Hi, this is Pankaj Soram. You're watching Pank's Kicks. It is the third episode, and in this episode, we are going to learn how to kick. So, if you want to learn how to kick, first of all, you have to remember your fighting stance, orthodox or maybe southpaw. So here, taking in consideration that you are orthodox, I'm going to teach you how to kick with the right and the left. Okay. So remember, if you're standing in orthodox, always your dominant leg will be behind, just the way we already discussed before. So basically there are like 6 kind of basic kick that I'm going to show you today. It is like thigh kicks, chest and face. Okay, on the left side it is the same, thigh, chest and face. You understand? So there are more advanced techniques, just like how to do the X kick, spinning kick, round kick, side kick, push kick and everything. Okay, so we'll go towards the lessons one by one time. So we all remember the fighting stance that we have learned in the previous classes. So you know how to throw punches already. Okay, so we'll be learning like the basic kicks. Okay, so it will be, when you're doing the kick, basically there are 3 parts of a person where you have to like attack. That is the lower, mid and the head section. So basically if you hit a person with your legs, it will be like you have the thigh kick, chest kick and the face kick, okay, which you will be delivering with your right and the left. Okay, so we will start with the right leg first. Okay, here's the first kick. Okay, so imagine your opponent is in front of you and you have to attack his thigh down there. Okay, so with your hind leg, when you're throwing the leg shot, it will look like this. So what is basically happening, your torso is getting rotated. Okay, just like we rotated our body when we are throwing the punches, here also you have to rotate your hip. Basically it will start with, say, when you are like standing in front of the opponent, you have to first make sure your this leg rotates, this ankle rotates. Okay, and with that your hip also rotates, then come back to the position. Same thing goes with the chest kick and the face kick. We have our friend Hamil here again, and as we see, like, he's standing in a position. I would like to show you how to move your body in order to throw a leg kick. Basically, when you're throwing a leg kick with your hind leg, it will look like this. You will targeting the leg. Okay, so basically, if you're standing like this, you have to rotate your hips. Okay, first your leg, a little bit like this. Start with the rotation of your ankle, then and just come back. That is very basic, very easy. So if you're like hitting it very hard, like it will look like this, and you have to come back. So you understand? The second kick would be your chest kick, in which the opponent will be standing in front of you and you will be targeting the chest with your leg. For example, the kick will be like, the range will be like this much high. So basically in this movement, you also have to remember to twist your hip and your torso. That's very important. Okay, so if you hit it really hard, it will look like this. Okay, so I hope you understand the movement. This third kick is the face kick, which you are going to again use your right leg to hit. So here also you have to remember the force has been generated from the ground. So you will be twisting your leg and your hip at the same time. So it will be looking like this. It is basically targeting the face of your opponent. I have to come back to the stance, remember that. In Taekwondo or Karate, I think basically people will just like to score a kick. Maybe they have points for that. So they will be just slapping it. So here in our video, we are trying to learn it to just penetrate the target, not to pull it back. So you don't have to fold your leg when you're raising it. So it will look like, basically when you're doing it with the karate guys or taekwondo, I really think they will do something like this, because they have to score it. But in order for the self-defense, you cannot like beat someone up, or maybe you are not there to score like points on the street. So here you have to like maybe like target to damage more. Okay, so that's why don't fold your leg midway. Okay, just remember, throw it, turning your hip completely with the force getting generated from the ground through your left leg. Okay, so it will like, once again, just check it out. If the target is really tall like that, you can still reach it up. So for a taller opponent, like if you're like trying to hit the face, you can also use that face kick, or maybe depending on how much you can stretch your leg. Okay, so don't fold your leg in the air. So face kick, hind leg face kick. Yeah, so we already know the basic kick with your right leg. Now we will be throwing the same kick with your left one. We are targeting the right side of your opponent. So when you're throwing the thigh kick from here, you know, it will look like this, with your leg ankle being twisted. Or when you're targeting the chest and the face. But here, the power could be a little less. So people also use the technique of switching their legs when they're doing the basic chest kick like this. You can switch it, so you can get more power in it. So basically, I'll show you with my friend Haniel here. So like with the opponent in the front, and if you're trying to hit the target with your left leg, that is your front leg. Okay, this is the hind leg, this is the front leg. So basically, the power is lesser than the hind leg. So remember, when you're throwing the like front kick, you have to target, for example, the lower part. Remember to rotate your hips. Okay, your hips, your torso. Just the way we are throwing our punch, you have to rotate it. Try to swing your hands and your ankles. Okay, so anatomically it will look like this. So when you kick the person, see the hip, hip region should be rotated completely. For example, if you're trying to hit the chest area, so it will look like this. Or the face area. Basically, you are rotating it. So to hit the target standing in the front with your left leg, you have to remember you have to twist your hips. So if I hit it really hard, it will look like this. You can see my hip rotating and all of my leg anatomy. Keep in mind that twisting is the basic thing, and the power is generated from the ground through your right leg. Okay. So if you're trying to hit the target on the chest, and so it will be looking like, while you're throwing the chest kick, if I do it full-fledgedly, it will somehow look like this. Third time, look at my body anatomy. Okay, ready? So you can see when I'm throwing it, my leg is getting twisted, and my torso too, and my hand is swinging. And again, come back to the original. For example, if you're doing the face kick again, if it's a face kick, the guy is a little tall, so you again have to do the same mechanism. Whether it's tall or like short, you have to decide it on your own. How much you can stretch your legs. This is the face kick, so it will look like this. Basically, we understood how to throw like 6 kicks with your right and your left leg. So you're hitting the lower, mid, and the higher target. So we will further continue with the complex combinations of kick and boxing. So now I would like to show you when you are like caught up in a street fight. So what kind of situation could arise, and how to just escape from a particular basic attack. People who have like no idea about boxing, they will attack you very basically. So they will just come with slang and their hands, like moving in a very, very unorganized way. So I would like to call up like my friend again. So basically, if you see people, what they do in a street fight, so they will basically throw normal punches. You understand? This cross or maybe the jab. You understand? So what you have to do, you have to be very, very calm, very, very relaxed with your pose. Okay? So in this movement, I would like to show you how to escape the right punch. Because these people have no idea about side to side control or maybe like the peekaboo movement. So this is how it will look like slowly, okay? So basically you are going underneath his right hand, switching your position and doing an uppercut to his face. Okay, so I'll show you again slowly what it looks like. So throw it, going here with uppercut. Okay, so if we do it little bit hard, so it will look like, if we apply like 50% of the strength, it will look something like this. So throw. Okay, let's go again. Yeah. So if we do it full-fledgedly, so it will look something like this. So, okay, once more. So I hope you understand how to escape the right hand punch, that is the cross. If we see it from this side, basically when you're turning your shoulder, keep your back straight. Try to go as close as possible. If the opponent is really tall, you have to be very close to the opponent as much as you can. So if you see, again, to demonstrate, show it, and I'm just changing my point of action, the angle. So he's confused because he'll be blinking his eye, and in that fraction of second, I'll be here, and he will not notice that my right hand will be ready for the attack of the uppercut on his face. You understand? So it will look something like this. If I go again, oh. So I really hope you enjoyed today's episode where you learned some few tips about kicking an opponent with your right and your left leg on the lower, mid, and the higher position. And we also learn how to escape a cross on a street fight doing a peekaboo movement. So in further episodes, and we will be learning more about complex and complicated combinations where you can use both the kicks and your punches. So stay tuned with us. You're watching JRU Spanx Kicks. Have a great time.